two flight carrying Canadian citizens from Turks and Caicos landed at Pearson Monday night as passengers described frantically trying to get off the island. Karen and Neno Vukosa left for a holiday to Turks and Caicos on September 2. 2 days later, they were frantically calling airlines, trying to get out of the island that they then knew was about to be hit by a catastrophic, Category 5 hurricane. "We tried and tried and tried to no avail," Karen said. "There was no way to get off that island," Neno said. Now they're home. Two flights from Providenciales, Turks and Caicos, landed Monday evening in Toronto, one Air Canada flight, and one WestJet flight. The passengers described harrowing scenes of destruction from Hurricane Irma on that island. "I've never heard anything like that before," Karen said of the winds during the peak of the hurricane's impact on Turks and Caicos Thursday. The couple was in a safe room in a resort. They were not injured, but they were frightened. "The biggest fear," Neno said, "was not getting out before the oncoming Hurricane Jose struck." Read more. Minister of Foreign Affairs Chrystia Freeland was at Pearson Airport to greet passengers of the Air Canada flight in Terminal 1. Freeland said tickets weren't what got people on that plane. The priority was that they were Canadian or with Canadians. It was important to her, she said, to be at the airport to welcome them home. She lauded pilot Rex Vihayasingam, who passengers said was instrumental in returning them to Canada. The plane was supposed to come back yesterday. Freeland said Boris Johnson, the United Kingdom's Secretary of State for Foreign and Commonwealth Affairs, helped assure her that the plane would come back tonight, with Canadian passengers. That happened, and there were even extra seats on the two flights for 50 Americans to be able to get off the island. For those on the flight, getting home to Canada seemed shrouded in uncertainty since last Monday. Michael Rood, another of the passengers, described his frustration with Air Canada, which he said never contacted him while he was out of the country. Rood and the Vukosas received some updates from Global Affairs Canada, but felt more could have been done to help them out of a dire situation. "Everyone is coming after the fact," said Neno, who described Freeland's trip to the airport as an example. He felt that the government should have tried to get all Canadians out Monday and Tuesday, before Irma hit. Instead, they described hearing about this phantom flight through the grapevine, and were relieved to get on board. Now that they're home, the Vukosas' concerns are with the local islanders on Turks and Caicos. "They have a long road ahead of them," Karen said. "Their homes may have been destroyed, but still they helped us where they could," she said. Freeland said now that the Canadians are on their ways home, it is time to focus on humanitarian efforts for the islands.